This is Jackie, and I'm here with Jordan of Set Your Goals, Day 1, Riot Fest. How you doing so far?
Really good. This is awesome. Chicago, this is crazy. We just did Denver, but this is like a whole nother level. It's just a great setup, and we're going to get to see all different bands this day than we did in Denver.
What are some sets that you're looking forward to seeing?
6 o'clock Jimmy Eat World, 7:20 Refused, and I'm excited to see All Time Low again. I haven't seen them in a long time. We just watched Big D and the Kids Table, Tiger's Jaw, and we're going to check out Neck Deep. They go on at 3:15.
You are a huge fan of the pop punk, little emo, little rock, a little bit, yeah.
Cry. Although there's a great hardcore punk band playing either tomorrow or the next day. They're called War on Women. They are...
Sunday. We interview them on Sunday.
Okay, they are phenomenal. So check them out. They have a record on Bridge 9. Like, they're just like, I think they're the most fun and greatest band. They have a great message, so check it out.
Lots of great bands here. I mean, thank goodness for the app, so you can kind of like schedule it out, or else how do you don't want to miss anything good. God forbid if you miss Jimmy Eat World, your life's like that's
it's been 7 years since I've seen them, so it's like
I think it's got to be. I don't want to do the math on that one. It's been a very long time.
They did like a Clarity album tour, and we needed to see that, and we did. And just since then, like every time we just missed them. Every time we were on the road. So this is gonna be amazing.
Gotta love some Jimmy Eat World. But you guys are back now.
Yes.
What kind of brought you guys back from hiatus?
So we got approached by Smart Punk Records to do a 10-year anniversary edition of our record Mutiny, which was our first full-length album. And it didn't make sense to not play shows in support of it. And that just snowballed into writing new music and realizing how much we missed this. And the support from people just saying, hey, we've waited for this and we love these songs, like please keep playing. So it really was the social media aspect and connection that added to it, as well as the bonds that we had as a band too.
Yeah, social media didn't exist 10 years ago. I mean, what the hell did we do before that?
I got asked how we started touring, how we even booked tours then at that time. And so it was fun to sort of reminisce. And basically what it was, you're playing locally in support of touring bands, and you're trading phone numbers, and then you're just making phone calls and asking, is there any way you can help us get a show, or can you get us a lead to a VFW hall somewhere? And you would just play. And the most fun was trading shows. More than anything is you would meet bands and just, oh, you guys are from Connecticut, that's cool, we're on the road. You meet in Atlanta, and then you trade shows between Connecticut and California. And so I know, and now you got social media though, and it's better than ever. There's a great debate, like, is it helping or is it hurting? And I think it's helping, totally helping. I think that the people who have negative comments are fewer in numbers than those who are supportive, and they go away anyway. So
it's got to be easier than handing out paper flyers like it was back in the day.
Oh yeah, way. I mean, and I remember that too, like going around, especially around San Francisco and our whole area, just taping them to Amoeba Records. Every record shop we could, just taping these flyers up. Yeah, it's fun.
What do you think? I feel like there's a resurgence, like that. This is the 10-year anniversary for a ton of great records. You've got MCR, you've got yours, you've got just so many. What do you think was about this? What was going on in this scene 10 years ago that sort of gave birth to this huge crop of really great albums that have the longevity and have the endurance to be so good 10 years later?
That is so cool to think about, especially like you mentioned with Motion City, right? This band was a huge influence on us, and those records that they were putting out that are timeless albums. That scene was just so like heavy with fantastic music across every genre. A big band for us as well was Warriors. They were on Eulogy, whom we ended up signing with. So hardcore as well played just as big an influence on us, and those records are standing the test of time in that scene as well. But you have festivals like Riot where you can see Hatebreed on one stage, and then you can go and watch Big D and the Kids Table, and you can watch Jimmy Eat World, and you can watch the Misfits. Like, who would have thought that would be real 10 years ago? And again, like, we were all listening to each other, but now it's like, hey, like, we know we all listen to each other, just play together. Like, yeah.
So the new music you're working on right now, how is that an evolution from Mutiny?
Oh, so the new music is definitely a throwback to very positive messages, sort of just wanting people to really know. The biggest message, I think, is that no one is alone. Like, anyone who's listening to it who feels alone, maybe doesn't have anyone out there, like a friend or anyone who feels like, who they feel they identify with. Maybe they're getting bullied, Like, we want them to know that there's nothing that you're going through no one else has gone through. It's going to feel like no one has gone through it, but trust me, like, humankind, we've been in existence for so long, like, pain and emotion is real. Everyone's been through it. You're going, just like, keep going. You're going to find someone. And if nothing else, like, we always had these records personally to help us. We're also writing songs about what's happening, like the political climate right now. It's really tense. And I'm not talking about the presidential campaign. I'm not talking about that, what's happening. I'm talking much more about, like, issues of, like, rape on college campuses. There was a huge story at Stanford College, where we're from, and so we're writing about this. Like, it's like this kind of stuff is always happening, and it's going to keep happening. And when is it going to stop? But to be defeated, like, you have to keep talking about it. Like, it's so angering that we want this song to come out in a year from now and remind people, like, hey, this just happened. Like, this guy got off, like, because he had money, and because he's a male, like, because he's a guy who just comes from wealth. And I don't know, it's just like we really want to, like, touch on that. And we've always, like, been able to balance songs between inner struggle and then social struggles. And I think that we're just going to bring it all into this record, way more hardcore than we have before. And on one last note, I'm more excited about this music than anything we've ever done before. Like, I've never had this amplified of a feeling. And Mutiny, all our records got me juiced, but this is different.
So when can fans expect to hear that new music?
So next year, and we are pushing for summer of 17. Like, if everything keeps going smoothly as it is, and we can get in the studio when we want and what we're talking about, the songs are there, and now all it is just bringing the band in together to really see what we want to do with it. But it's so great. We have literally more than enough material, and even material to record extra songs. So, yeah.
We'll get ready for lots more extra from Set Your Goals. This is Jackie. Thanks to In the Key of Change and Chorus.fm.